Well, you all, Mercedes has been recalled. However, there are still 10 queens on the road to the crown. So let's get right into this next episode of Wabbit WuView.
Kill the Wabbit, kill the Wabbit, kill the Wabbit. Kill the Wabbit, kill the Wabbit.
The episode starts, and the most important takeaway from the first 5 minutes is that Vanessa and Brooklyn are in lust. I say lust specifically because I don't think you can fall in love with a person that quickly. However, they are clearly into each other. And the girls decide to name them Brangie. And honestly, I think we can get a little more creative. Vanessa Langie Hot Cheetos. Vanessica Langie. Vegemite Heights. Vanook of the North. The mini challenge this episode is for the girls to turn themselves into life-size dolls. So guess who's back again? Miss Trixie Mattel. And the girls come out in a myriad of interesting looks. However, the winner is Raja D. O'Hara with her Starkeisha Booty Jones. I should have written it down. The main challenge, we find out, is the Monster Ball. And the 3 categories are Trampy, Trick-or-Treater, Witch Please, MILF, Monster I'd Like to Freak. Oh God, I hate cable censorship. Rue comes into the workroom for her walkthroughs, and honestly, it looks like everything's getting a little turned on its head. Nina and Suga clearly feel confident going into this. They have new ideas about how to win because they both really want to take home a challenge. And my current favorite to win, Brooklyn Heights, seems to be floundering. Rue literally scalps her when she says, yeah, I'm gonna be a sexy pageant queen. Girl, please pull it out. My playmate, Nashville sister, I need you to pull this shit out. Do not get eliminated now! Evie decides to talk about how she started drag on Halloween, which makes sense based on her crazy, creative, ooky spooky, and resourceful drag. But I want to talk about side story, the time that I got into drag on Halloween on accident. When I was 11, I said to my mother, Mom, I want to be Legolas, Prince of the Elves. And so she bought me a long, blonde wig from the Mattel company that was Barbie. And so really, I looked like Trixie Mattel being cast in the Hunger Games. And honestly, I was fully living my biggest fantasy. I was like, I can't show the boys in the neighborhood that I'm living for this, but at the same time, I'm fucking living for this. I should have known then that this would be my future. All right, y'all, and now we're ready for the Wabbit One-Down of the One-Way. However, and I tease this on Twitter, we have a resident spook queen here at Play Louisville who you might remember for her Rainbow Couture on Drag Race Season 5. So please, welcome to Wabbit WuView, Jay Jolie, everybody!
Hi, everyone! Thank you for having me.
Of course, baby. Now listen, you are the host of a lot of shit down here in Louisville, but especially right now, Drag Me to Hell. So talk to the children real quick about Drag Me to Hell.
Thank you so much. First of all, so excited to be here. But to talk to you about Drag Me to Hell, my passion really in life was kind of like being like a film movie producer or something within horror. So watching the Boulet brothers come out with Dragula, it opened my whole world up. And I brought it to my own hometown. So Drag Me to Hell is based off Dragula, and it brings all the best factors of Drag Race, Fear Factor, and Dragula in our own hometown. So I'm just excited to broaden, and I just want to have fun. You know, drag is really everything, and nowadays people are so quick to put us in a box and say drag is only this, this, and this. Well, I'm looking like the mummy that sucked the last mummy's dick. And I'm
you
still
cannot
here,
tell me
baby.
she is not sickening, motherfuckers.
And it's still Dracula. It's still drag, it's still Dracula, it's still Drag Race.
It's all of it.
It's still everything.
Which brings us to
yes.
the runway this week. We don't have time, I don't think, to talk about everyone on the runway. Because
okay.
everyone had 3 looks. So it's a lot, right? There were 10 girls, 3 looks.
Mm-hmm.
Who were your standouts for people you loved, and who were people that you thought were weak links on the runway?
First, one of my most beloved was Nina West.
Fuck yeah.
I love Nina West, came out there and was pure camp. but still brought me pure horror. Little Shop of Horrors is iconic to me.
Absolutely.
And the look was clean from head to toe. Brooklyn Heights, even though she knocked herself coming out in that mummy outfit,
Right.
my favorite thing tonight is that she thought her look would fall flat. But in the end, her look was on point.
It was so
Literally, and it was sickening.
It was simple. Sometimes all you have to do is be simple and clean.
God, I love you. Should we make out? Should we put a Brooklyn? Is this a trick?
You can call us Gilda or Gade.
And we'll defunk your fucking balls.
Yeah, we'll just spunk your balls.
We'll just spunk your fucking balls.
Two cock destroyers.
Two cock destroyers. One mind.
Is there anyone on the runway that you thought was bad tonight?
Oh, this is my hardest thing. You know, I will have to say this is not a read and it's not calling anyone bad, but I really expected a lot from Evie because I think she represents a whole community. And I hated to hear on the fact that she downed anything in any way to be accepted from another community because I follow her and I find her drag so fucking amazing and everything that I think that should just be seen played a little safe. Every time I see like a cutoff skirt, I feel like a leg avenue.
Right.
And I just think that there was just so much more that some of these girls had to give to educate the world that you don't have to come out in like a short skirt and be a girl at a bachelorette party. That's kind of my opinion, and it might not be super receptive.
I agree with you. I really liked her, and I agree with Ross Matthews that her witch costume is really tasteful, which please. But I thought that the T-Rex costume was like a little struggle bus, although she sold it.
She sold it, but it was kind of very awkward for me. I just feel like the looks before, even like the jellyfish, would have been sickening on the Halloween runway.
For sure.
It was more detailed and just everything that she could do. I thought wearing like Hulk claws on your feet just wasn't
my favorite. And then the weird like 1970s jumpsuit she made for the final look.
Can we talk about one of your favorites?
Yes. Oh, wait. Who are we talking about?
Do you remember that moment we were sitting and we were like, will she ever put on makeup this season?
About Scarlet Feet. And then she just wore a fucking mask.
I love a good Evo colored raspberry chapstick. I mean, as do the rest of us. But I really am looking forward to just like the basis of a mug.
Right. She could wear some makeup. She could wear some hip pads. Although she did wear hip pads tonight. I can't read her too much.
Did she?
When she was in her Leg Avenue pirate costume. All right, so the lip sync.
Okay, so at this point, who would you think Miss Gilda would be in the bottom and why?
I honestly thought that Miss Evie was going to be in the bottom.
And why?
Because I thought that the only runway that impressed me was the Rich runway, and it was still like safe. Like I would have worn that, and I'm not a little freaky monster like she is, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I thought the judges were going to read her the house down for her like shitty T-Rex and her shitty 70s mom demon. Did you think the bottom two was correct, Malma?
I think that I love a good younger version against older version of people's selves, and I love a good sci-fi movie.
Dark Phoenix versus Jean Grey.
It was Dark Phoenix versus Jean Grey, and I think that none of their necks matched their bodysuits, but it was a great attempt at a great lip sync.
I did think, before she fell, Ariel was serving face.
And I love that you're so uplifting. I think that's one of my favorite things about you. And she did, actually, I do. I always tell people, I say, if anything goes wrong tonight, because I drink a lot and things could go right anytime, remember me as I am, filtered on Instagram. And that's, I think, the best thing I have to offer to this question that you've given me.
All right, friends. So, we lost our Versace. We kept Sugar Cane. Do you think that was a sweet ending? Tell us below. Now, Jay Jolie, I know that they already probably follow you because you have 200,000 fucking followers on Instagram, but tell the kids where they can find you on social media.
You can follow me on Instagram at Miss J Jolie and on Twitter at Queen Jo Jolie, and Facebook I've given up on. But for the rest of it, I think it could be at facebook.com/Queen J Jolie. And
you can also follow Drag Me to Hell at Drag Me to Hell Louisville on Facebook.
At facebook.com/Louisville's Drag Me to Hell, and it is my Dragula-based competition, and I really have nothing else to add except I'm so excited you brought me.
I'm so happy you're here.
Make it one more time.
All right, kids, go and watch another video. I'm not sure I'm going to put it on the screen. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back next week, and maybe I'll bring Mr. Jolie back. Who the fuck knows? Bye.